Do you know how much your launch leads are worth? The two metrics you must know when you're running Facebook ads to your launch so that you can determine what is working and what's not working. Last week, I talked about separating traffic in your launch funnel. You have to be able to separate your Facebook ads traffic from your organic traffic in order to decide how much leads from each of those traffic sources is worth. And before we get into the meat of this episode, if you don't know me, hi, my name's QUÅY.jo. I am a Facebook ads manager and your strategy partner. And all that means is if you're an online course creator, I got a lot of experience consulting and advising clients who are also online course creators like you. I've been doing it for the past 3-ish years inside of a high-end group coaching program and mastermind, and then also for the past year inside of my own business, which is the one that I run right now. So this is a problem that my clients and previous clients that I've coached often have. I will ask them, okay, well, they come to me wanting to improve their launches, make their launches convert better, convert more leads into sales, or just make a lot more money from their launches. And I'll say, okay, well, let's start at the basics. Do you run Facebook ads traffic? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, great. So you got organic traffic, Facebook ads traffic, or maybe you have another ad source of traffic. Of course, being a Facebook ads manager, I am partial to Facebook ads. But the point is inevitably, I will ask the next question, and usually I get that, smile, nervous smile, kind of like a deer in headlights because they're not doing it. And don't feel bad if this is you. Now you know, and you can do it, and it will help your business greatly. But I ask, are your leads separate? And they're like, no, I don't separately track my Facebook ads traffic from my organic traffic. I'm like, well, then how do we know how much your Facebook leads are worth to your business? And how do we know how much your organic leads? And I usually also ask them, well, what's your earnings per lead? That's the one metric that you need to know. And what's your cost per lead? That's the other metric that you need to know to troubleshoot your launch and make it make more. And they're just not sure. So let's walk through what this means. Okay. I had a client, was talking with her. She's launched 5 times to a program that's about $4,000. And she's looking to improve her launch. And I asked her that question, how much did you make the last launch? Or on average, how much do you make a launch? And on average, how much is your cost per lead? Because I know she runs Facebook ads because she told me, and she didn't know. So, as long as you separated those leads out in 2 separate funnels, here's how you calculate your cost per lead and your earnings per lead. Let me say something. I don't think I introduced myself other than, yes, this is what I do and this is my business, but if my voice is brand new to you, I'm the new host of The Art of Online Business, and you can find out there's a link to 2 episodes. One episode is where Rick is talking about where he is going, or by now, where he has gone, where he went, and all the exciting stuff he is into. And then the other episode is where Rick is interviewing me, and you get to know a little bit more about me and why I was in China for 12 years and how I got stranded in Mexico during a quick vacation from China with 2 kids and my wife and 1 check-in luggage right at the beginning of the pandemic. And that turned into the rest of my life being here in Mexico. It's been now like 3 years, 3.5 years, 4 years at the recording of this video. So how do you calculate your cost per lead? It also goes by CPL. How you calculate that is your total ad spend divided by your total number of leads. And then you arrive at how much money you spent per lead to get them into your launch. And that is your cost per lead. Hey, we'll get right back to the episode in a moment. You want to make sure that you're avoiding all the mistakes with Facebook ads that could cost your business a good amount of money because your ads just aren't running like they should be. Well, you can hop on a call with me and I can look at your Facebook ads and you get to leverage my 3 years of Facebook ads management experience, optimize your account, fix it up right then and there on the call so that your ads will be running better and getting either more leads for you or making more sales for you. If you want my help, that is theartofonlinebusiness.com/call. And we can hop on Zoom together and you will learn so much as I fix your ads for you. All right, now back to the episode. Once you've established your cost per lead, you will want to know your earnings per lead. And this number gets way more interesting if you, another plug for the previous episode, link in the descriptions below, if you separated out your funnels. So earnings per lead is total revenue divided by your total number of leads. If you did not separate out your funnels from ads and organic traffic separate, then you might only have one number, your earnings per all your leads, you know? And if you did separate the funnels, then you can take the amount of ad spend you had and divide that by the number of Facebook ad leads, and that's your earnings per lead. Now that you got these two metrics, you take your earnings per lead, which should be, if you're looking at the video, a high number, and you subtract your cost per lead from it, which should be a lower number, your cost per lead, and that leaves you with your profit per lead. Now, what are you going to do? There's a couple of scenarios that could happen here. Like I was saying, maybe your Facebook ad leads, maybe you realize that your profit for your Facebook ad leads is actually super high, like way higher than your profit for your organic leads. Or just you realize your Facebook ad leads are quite profitable, like $20 on profit per lead. And you're like, oh, shoot, I wish I had known that 5 Facebook ad fueled launches ago. I could have spent more money on my Facebook ads and just printed money. Well, now you know, and you can go do that. Let's say that maybe your organic leads are actually the most profitable, which is quite often the case, quite a bit more profitable than your Facebook ad leads. And so you decide, like one of my previous clients, huh, let's focus more on organic leads in the launch, and then we'll just run a lot more of the Facebook ads budget to a lead magnet that grows the email list in between launches. And then the email list does its job of nurturing those leads in between launches, and then they're quite warm and definitely organic leads at the time of the beginning of the launch. See, those decisions are the ones that can improve revenue in your business, but you don't know until you start measuring. So there's also some other things that you can do, but maybe you have a different scenario where, okay, yeah, you had a lot of profit per lead, so let's get those more leads for you. But what if you only had a little bit of profit per lead for your Facebook ad leads or even your organic leads? Well, what can you do to increase that gap between the cost per lead down here and the earnings per lead up there? Well, here's a big old list of things you can do. I think that there's like 8 things on the list. You could manage your ads better to lower your cost per lead. Okay. If you have a business that has lots of revenue, let's say over $300,000 of revenue, gross revenue every year, you probably can hire a Facebook ads manager like me and have a Facebook ads manager manage your leads or manage your ads for you, thus reducing the time that you spend and the mistakes that you could make within Facebook ads, right? Or you could even just book an hour strategy call with me and have me look at your ads. But still, lower your ad cost per lead. Okay. You could also go to your landing page where people are opting in and switch up your landing page, move the elements around, improve your messaging, make your landing page opt-in buttons brighter, right? Work on the landing page design. You could increase your opt-in rate there. More people opting in means that you have more leads, and then your cost per lead goes down, and that gap between cost per lead and earnings per lead expands. Okay, what about improving your webinar? The way you structure your webinar, the way you, instead of just having a webinar that teaches, move it more towards a webinar that helps people make decisions. That is going to be another episode, easily digestible, by the way, and understandable. So your webinar will convert better so that your earnings per lead increases. Okay, because more people are buying what you are selling. What about improving your email sequence so that it can do a better job of selling, taking people out of the email into the sales page, right? What about improving the messaging, not just in your email, but on your sales page and structuring your sales page better? Did you know there's like 13 components that every sales page should have? Not every sales page has all of them, but what I've noticed in really good sales pages is that they tend to have these 13 components. And this is not something I came up with. This is something that another lady named Brittany McBean taught me back when I was working with Rick inside of his coaching program. But man, or woman, oh woman, when you see these components, you're like, oh, wow, okay, I can just go and do those to my sales page. Awesome. So you could improve your checkout page for it converts better. So it converts better. You could also add on an order bump. Meaning on the checkout page, in the little dotted square lines that form a square under above the purchase where you can toggle on this thing to purchase that other thing that costs like 17 to $27, you could add one of those, right? An order bump would be something that you could offer that could achieve an outcome, the outcome that your customer is buying your core offer for. An order bump would help them achieve that outcome more easily or more quickly. You could also add an upsell, and that upsell would be the next logical offer that you have that the purchaser would want down the line, but why not give it to them right away for like a little discount or no discount? Or maybe it's a cross sell to something else that they should get. Those are some things that you could do to either lower your cost per lead or increase your cost per lead